We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gauge, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to start part 2 of our 2-part series on Nick and Joe's travels. Here's Nick and Joe talking about their trip to New York.
Once we got back from Vegas, we quickly turned around to go to New York City, which we just got back from. You just got back from today.
Literally just landed.
Which,
I know we're like hitting the hour mark, so we'll like do a quick, what's the speed round of?
I think the speed round is we got in and we saw Titanic.
Which, you guys.
It was, we needed to see it last because
we started on a high.
I can understand.
And it was only downhill from there.
I can understand now where you're like, are we in a city playing Titanic and should we see it? My answer would be, absolutely, yes. Let's go.
It was everything a gay man could want from a musical. And I knew every
Are we having fun?
reference. She's like, oh, and then I am Celine, and we are doing a lot of the homosexual things, and now and then Jack said to Rose, and then Rose was here, and now it's who sings the Beauty and the Beast with her?
I don't know.
Peebo Bryson.
She's like, and here he is, and we were singing it as the boat was singing, and I was like, what are we watching? But I love this.
I should have asked your advice about getting tickets because I didn't realize that like so much was happening at the front of the stage. So we got a lot of like heads from the front.
Oh, because you were quite close to the.
We were in the mezzanine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought in my mind, I'm like, oh, we got great seats because it's like you can see the whole stage, but what we couldn't really see was anything happening on that first little lip.
But it was fine, and I loved it. And when Iceberg Bitch came out, I think I died.
Iceberg
and
Bitch
I rose
nominated
to heaven.
Yeah.
And was like in Nirvana. And like, I was like, oh my God, is she going to Tina Turner? And it was the fucking best. And then it kept going, and I was like, oh my God, and like amazing singer, and it was like,
it was a great show.
Good.
It was such a great show.
So fucking good.
We had Ariana Grande's brother,
Frankie
in it.
And
we had
Deborah
Jim
Cox.
Parsons.
And Deborah Cox.
And Deborah Cox.
And Deborah Cox. You know that Parsons role? He played Ruth with like the dead bird. Like,
Yeah,
the angry mom.
It was so funny. He was such an asshole, and it was so good.
I'm like,
and there were
that's
like
the role I would want to play.
Sounds, and it was like, and like they're all like getting slapped, and I'm like, this is so campy and so like slapstick and
hilarious.
Good.
I went on a deep dive with that because it's like it's been here and there, and they're traveling and touring it. But we got to see the people that created it.
Right. The
Celine
Jack guy.
and Jack.
Oh God, beautiful butt.
Yeah. The woman who plays Celine is the one that I saw in London.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? So
Marla
she was there.
Yeah.
She was so good. And her
mannerisms were amazing. And she's like, I am back now. I am Celine. And like the best.
Did you miss me? No?
Okay, what's that?
Andy, did you like it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
not
Oh,
seen it.
I thought you did. I'm so sorry.
It's touring in 2027, and we'll be seeing it.
We will be seeing it.
Yes.
So funny story, when we were on our cruise last year in Greece, there was a Celine impersonator.
Oh, really?
No.
But she did not, she looked like a Celine who had let herself go.
It's a Temu.
Oh, no. What you
Celine.
order versus what you
It'd
get.
be like if Andy was doing Justin Bieber. And I would do all the impression and the voice, but, obviously not the same look, right?
And they're
So
just like the talent, the fact that she could sing.
She was such a good singer.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And the mannerisms
I
of
was
Celine Dion.
blown away. And like the show ended, and I was just like, I don't know how to feel because I feel so good about the show.
And I'm like, you guys know I don't like usually get crazy on the show, but it's like Titanic and Six and stuff like that. Those are like
so good.
Titanic is probably, I think, top 5 musicals.
And it doesn't have a break.
No break.
No intermission.
Like it was just
Which
like
I'm fine with.
It's like, oh my God, like we're drowning. This is your last chance to impress me, and I'm like, we're RuPaul. Oh yeah, it was everything.
It was
so
great.
then after it was all downhill.
It wasn't downhill.
It wasn't downhill. So
It was a gradual
But
slope
you guys
down.
could have gone and seen two strangers carry a cake.
I
next-
needed a whole other week.
Yeah,
I had to come
he
home.
went
Yeah.
crazy. So
I
the
had-
next
I
day
had to
we had tickets to O'Mary.
Wait, I have one last thing about Titanic. No, I can't remember. Oh, no, we got off the plane, put our stuff down,
And then went to the show.
and ran to the show. And in my mind, I'm like tired, and I'm like, what
But
is
you know what?
this?
It gave you a shot of adrenaline.
And she comes on and she does the, shall we go for it?
Well, the
It's
best
like
part,
the
she's
beginning.
like, it's like, are you Celine Dion? Yes, it's me. I'm alive. And I was like, oh, this is everything. Because like a couple weeks prior, we had watched the 2007 Vegas Celine Dion residence show.
Yeah.
We were high, by
And
the way.
like did a couple Willie Nelson THC drinks, which
It's our-
I
it's our new
learned
thing.
that is all I can tolerate is Willie Nelson. Sponsor us, thank you. Because the next day we had
But
dinner.
the audience of this show was 90% gay
Gay men.
men.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Yes.
And
Of
I
course.
love that there is a line in the show that's basically like, and since we all know that we're playing to all the gay men in this room, like Celine Dion said, like her character, I'm like, it was perfect.
It was amazing. Okay, so fast forward the next day, we have a nice dinner, and then we had gotten some THC seltzers because I'm like, all right, seeing O'Mary, yeah, you want to have a lot of giggles.
With Maya Rudolph.
For whatever reason,
No intermission.
Like, this marijuana beverage, like,
Put you in a
hit
trance.
my brain, and I was like, what is happening? Where are we? Like, everyone was laughing during O'Mary, and I'm like, are we? Is this funny? Like, and then I would laugh at the most random times.
Oh no!
Yeah, he would. I'd be like, are you
Well,
okay?
because, like, it'd be quiet, and then, like,
sometimes
something would
it's
happen,
like,
and I'm, like, the only one laughing at this time.
My roof is looking at Rudolph's looking
And-
at you.
yeah,
going
she's like, who the fuck is out there in the
I would
audience?
watch it, and so I think I would have appreciated O'Mary more if I hadn't had that.
Well, and
seltzer.
Joe clocked the other female in the show.
So-
We get out and
We get out, and I was like, "Did you know that the other star was a trans woman?" And Katie,
My cousin,
was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "No." And I look up the actress, and it was like legendary trans actress, and I'm like, "I knew it." Fuck her.
Is it Candace Cain?
It's
No.
some other.
well, and Cheyenne
Okay.
Jackson was in it too.
Yeah.
Cheyenne was good. We
saw
saw
her.
him.
I think so. O'Mary was funny.
Bianca Lay.
Yeah,
Okay.
O'Mary was funny, and like I thought it was great. I just think that I missed a lot of the show.
You didn't love it.
I
loved it.
I was like,
You can see it when it comes on tour.
so I don't know if like I think what I was telling Nick is like I think that it's very much a hyped
is
show, and like it's about whoever the person that's playing Mary.
Mary Todd.
And like it was comedic, but there were a lot of like the way that Maya Rudolph does her comedy, it's drawn out physical humor.
very physical.
And
Okay.
it was like, okay, like the joke is done, but it's extending.
Yeah.
Like okay,
Whereas
it's good.
when we saw Jane Krakowski, she's very much
Buttoned
about
up.
the punchline and delivering it and moving on.
And my cousin who came with us, Katie, she had
She
seen
saw it.
Jane,
Yeah.
and she was like, much different show because
Yeah.
Maya was much more physical comedy,
Right.
where Jane Krakowski was much like she's like this professional lines, everything's a line and like buttoned
Yeah.
up, and it had a thing. So
And Maya's not a Broadway.
this was
No.
her,
performer,
yeah, this was
so-
like
yeah,
kind
and
of
that's
her,
the thing too. Like I think what I appreciated is being able to see her perform live because like
It was very SNL-y.
Yeah, the SNL skit where she sings the national anthem, like she did that kind of like sort of like skitty thing when they did like the cabaret thing at the
Yeah.
end.
Did you guys like it? Because I loved it.
I thought it was great, and I was like, that was like out of the ones that we saw, that was one of my highs. I wish that we hadn't gotten sick the last
Yeah.
day, so we could have gone and seen two strangers carry a cake across New York. Because I think that would have been my high.
Yeah.
but like,
I would've
oh
loved to see
Mary,
that.
I think was like
And it
my
was
high
a
for that
good
one.
counterpoint to Chess, because Chess was kind of
Correct.
serious
Yeah.
and a little bit dark and very dramatic, and O'Mary was so lighthearted.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just didn't
like,
expect much more.
The ice
from
cream joke.
Right.
And like plot, I'm not going to say on the but plot twist.
But I was
how
like,
it ends,
that plot
you're like,
twist.
oh my
Oh, no, I
god,
didn't
this
know the
is
end plot
great.
twist.
But I really loved that it was like me and Andy, and it was just us. So it was like we got to experience that together. And it was
Yeah.
like, I mean, it just like yes, we were with our friends, but it was like, okay, this is our thing, kind of thing.
I also love that the person that was like the president's assistant, whatever boy, was also the one that was playing the piano for.
Yeah, he did a good job.
At the end.
I was just like, I was so blown away. I'm like, this cast is so talented that you just have this one of the characters. Like you're in getting this role, you have to be able to play the piano for Mary Tyler.
Yeah. Well, but like I also feel like
Loved it.
I love the thing I love about O'Mary is that yes, it is kind of hyped, but it's also like it's great because there's people who normally wouldn't be on Broadway have a chance to be on Broadway, and there's a lot of that this year.
Yeah,
because with O'Mary, you've got Megan Thee Stallion and Bob the Drag Queen in Moulin Rouge. You've got Candy Burris and Juliet.
Yep.
Who actually is also one of the producers of that. I didn't realize that.
And Jinx. Jinx.
Oh, you got Jinx Monsoon on
true.
there and stuff. So it's just like there's a lot of people out there doing stuff that they normally would not.
But
I think it does open
But I
up,
think one of the things about O'Mary is it lets you experience a different version of the show. And so you will go back and see it again with a different performance.
Because I think I would have loved to have seen Jane Krakowski's version of that last part of the show.
I would have loved to see Titus Burgess.
Yeah, but like that.
And
I would have
anybody
loved to
that's
see
going to
that.
do it, like, and even Cole, like or OG, I'm like, what was Cole doing? What were they doing during this?
Right.
Yeah.
It
just opened in London.
So he's
and I listened to a review of it, and the woman who's there is apparently like having a ball doing the part.
I think like Catherine Tate, I think is doing it too. And I'm just like, oh my god, like at least I know who that is.
Well, everyone's O'Mary.
And the thing that because I was listening to a couple of, I went down a rabbit hole this week while I was there, but the thing I really appreciate about O'Mary is that sometimes, like I think I look at Titanic. Titanic has been on off-Broadway forever, and it's just like original kind of story, right? I know it's Titanic, and I know it's the story of the movie, but we get a lot of these revivals happening, and a lot of these like things that we already know. And they're fantastic, right? Like Death of a Salesman with the Roseanne's sister.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
Julie
supposed to be fantastic, and I would have loved to have seen her. So we see these shows and we know these people, but then you have like O'Mary, and it's just like this quirky, original, random story, and it's just thriving, right? And so hopefully it will help excel some new stories that will come into the theater, into the arts, that it's not just, no offense, like it's not just like Ragtime, which I saw, which was brilliant and I loved it. It's not just chess and not just like all of these revivals happening, but new works. Let's see new works. And anyway, I'm off my Apple box now.
Yeah, I think that like O'Mary was cool to have just that ability to see Maya Rudolph. And
so close.
So let's do a famous person calibration here for a second, because you saw Maya Rudolph. Who else did you see live?
Well, he ran into Daniel Radcliffe just on the stage.
I didn't run into him. I barely saw him because he was 2 feet tall.
Because I went to
we left O'Mary and I was like, I am very high and I need to go home.
So he walked to the house.
You were high. It wasn't Daniel Radcliffe. It was a little Jewish boy named Myron.
It probably was.
No, because I was like, why are there so many people out? And like, I was like, is that Daniel Radcliffe? And I was like, I just saw Daniel Radcliffe. And
because he was in Brilliant Little Things.
He was.
Yeah, and it was just like across the street. And I was like, I think I just walked by him because they went out to Marie's Crisis after, and I was like, I'm going back to the hotel because I need to like go to bed.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, I walked back, and it felt like the longest walk of my life. It was like 20 minutes, and I was so paranoid because there was this person who was walking behind me, and we were like on the same path, and I was like, am I going to get killed? And then there were
It
like,
was Voldemort.
It was Voldemort. And then Mad Eye Moody showed up. And then there were like fast walkers, like late night exercise walkers in swishy like jackets. And all I could hear was like swish, swish, swish. And I'm like, oh my god, there are people coming from me.
The old Jewish women in the Upper East Side were doing their.
And then they passed me, and I'm like, okay, I'm safe. And like, I booked it to the fucking hotel.
It was Daniel Radcliffe.
No, I did see Daniel Radcliffe.
We saw Cheyenne Jackson. We saw Maya Rudolph. I mean, there's not necessarily like famous people in Titanic, so there was nobody there.
Jim Parsons.
Deborah Cox.
Parsons. Deborah Cox.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
sorry.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What else did you see with me?
No, and then so the whole point of this trip was to go see beaches.
Oh,
because
right.
Jessica Vosk, who I had
That was
closing?
the point.
it's done.
That's the point that Joe went for.
This whole trip was about that. And so what I was going to say is, like, I had no idea about the movie, but it was cute. It was touching. She is an amazing singer. And
It wasn't a bad show.
Whoa. That's what she does on her show. Bosque in the City.
Beaches. I think the reason that it closed after 38 performances on Broadway
Because that's very good.
is
It's like the Queen of Versailles.
it needed to be it needed to be a little bit like let's dovetail a little button up. But I think people were wanting it to be more of again. This is like this idea of like you're doing these movie adaptations on Broadway and it's not that, and people are like mad. The only song from the movie, which has a decent soundtrack, is Wing Beneath My Wings.
Right.
The last song. So people...
I loved it.
So the rest of the show...
It was cute.
Anyway.
And I was able to see Jessica Bosque, and I was able to experience it. It was great, yeah.
These cute little kids. It was a little long. And I told Joe, I'm like...
Was there an intermission?
There was an intermission.
There needs to be no intermission during Beaches.
You know, I'm starting to feel more and more like we don't need intermissions at shows.
You don't need intermissions anymore.
I'm loving this whole, like, we're doing the Vegas version of, like, 90 minutes to 100 minutes.
You do a 90 to 100 minutes, nothing. You can get that story in, girl.
Just do the thing.
Then don't do it.
But then you watch something like Ragtime, and it's incredible.
And it was
but that's different. Like if it's a revival of a show that normally plays that long, fine. But these new ones, you don't need to come in here like that.
Just like songs that having bridges, Broadway shows need to be an hour.
Yeah.
The thing about Beaches, which was endearing and so lovely, is that there's these little kids, 8 or 9 years old, that are playing the friendship of the Jessica Bosque.
I don't want to see fucking kids.
It's the same formula though. You got the child, the adolescent, and the adult.
But I have to say, when I went to Nashville and saw the Dolly musical, which also was not good, it had the same thing of like this vibe of like the young kids, and we're going back in the past.
Well, and that seems to be the thing with female shows. Is like they did that with Dolly. They did that with Donna Summer.
Yeah,
they did that with.
What about your show? You saw The Working Girl. Was it? Did they have was there a?
They didn't have
flashback.
No, but it was very like shoehorned, and the characters were caricatured. There was no depth of.
And that's the other problem. It's like, okay, if you're going to a movie, such a beloved movie and a campy movie for gay men and stuff like that, which is Beaches. I'm sorry, it's camp. Don't come at me.
I'm not coming at you.
But it's like, it is very much like you want to hear her play. What was it? I don't know. You do want to hear "Wind Beneath My Wings," but that should be like the closer of the first act. It shouldn't be the closer of the second act.
It's the closer of the movie.
Yeah,
and the main singer doesn't come on until like partway into it.
Right. And so I'm just like, okay.
I think,
Under the Boardwalk. Like
Boardwalk?
Boardwalk. There's so many songs that you know from this film, and none of it happened. It was only "Wind Beneath My Wings." And the person that...
Which one is the Over the Boulder Shoulder Holder? Is that from Beaches?
I don't know.
Again?
The one where she does a song about the bra. Isn't that Over the Shoulder Boulder Holder?
I mean, that's what they used to call it.
What movie did she do that in?
I thought she did that at the baths.
You're right, from Beaches. Auto tit sling.
Yeah. Right, because
we got none of that.
Because that would have been a great comedic part in there.
And I think that the show was taking itself too seriously.
I thought they did sing Auto Tit Sling.
No. They reference it in like a...
I saw Jessica Bosque did a performance of that.
Because that's when the other main character sees Bette Midler again after so many years, is seeing her in the show doing that song. So that was very meta.
That's why I think that the film...
To see that.
And here's the last thing I'll say about this. Like, she's singing "One Beneath." She sounds so good, and it's such a nice, powerful ending. You're like, man, Jessica Bosque, you were so...
Because she played Elphaba on...
Then they do
too.
Curtain Call, and the character Bert comes out for Curtain Call and still in her fucking cancer outfit. I'm like, you had time. She sang the whole song. Go put on another outfit.
Yeah.
You take off your
bald wig, your bald cap,
like, all of it. You shouldn't look this way for Curtain Call. Like
right now, yeah.
And that's just like me being very picky.
I also think that she probably was like, "This is the second to last show.
I want Fantino and white glowing."
Yeah, I guarantee you that because the show was closing, she didn't give.
No, I don't think that's the cat. I think that's just like that they were taking it too serious, and it's a it's a sad story. I get that, but like to your point, like it's kind of campy, and let's play on the camp and embrace that.
You don't have to shy away from the camp and still have a serious story about cancer and friendship.
I didn't hate. I think it could improve and maybe come back for Beaches 2.0, but it needs to be under 90 minutes, and it needs more camp and more songs from the movie. Okay, maybe Bette Midler plays it. I don't know. Let's just let her.
All right.
Then
after Beaches, what was next?
That was all you saw?
Then I left.
He went home.
I'm done with you.
Yes.
So
You're dismissed.
I stayed.
Sashay away.
I decided.
Then Nick got into women's basketball.
Yeah. Well, oh my god. We have to. We're overtime.
We'll be fast.
No, it's okay.
We'll be fast.
We're fine.
So my cousin has.
We control this. This is our podcast.
Has. She bought season tickets. To
I did go to the
Liberty
ladies basketball game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was so.
Was that Madison
Awesome.
Square Garden?
No, they play at Barclays in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
But they only really get like 4 months out of the year because the rest of the time it's the Nets. The Nets play there.
Fuck the Nets.
I know. Fuck the Nets. But then, but it's like it was so fun. The energy was great.
I love how you were just so like timid about that. Like fuck the Nets.
I know. Well, I'm not in New York anymore. They have like Ellie the elephant is their mascot. She has this braid weed that comes down and she's like playing with it. And
Yes, Mama. We love some hairography.
I was like, this is Paul. I miss Paul, I guess. Because
Yeah,
I'm like,
you were an elephant.
I was the elephant in the room.
With the bomb.
you were the.
With a bob and a ponytail. Yeah.
I love it so much. I went back the next day.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you loved it so much you went back the next day. You had plans to go see 2 games.
I wasn't playing the second game, but my cousin, she was like,
But you were like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go.
And you were gone. I'm like, what else am I going to do? This is fun. I'm enjoying it. It was a great time. I got to see Ragtime. The last time I saw it, it was also pouring rain in New York City. And I can't say enough things about it. And I don't want to, like, I could talk for 30 minutes. I'm not going to, but just like, it's one of those shows that the cast is not Audrey McDonald, because she was the one that was the big star of it last
But Josh
time.
Henry was still the lead in this, right?
And he's so good.
His voice is gorgeous.
He's more of an opera guy, I think, from his voice.
But he had such a beautiful low register.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, you can sing to me all night long.
Yeah, when he did Oklahoma, it's
The lady that plays Mother, I can't remember her name. She was great. Like, it was just one of those shows. It was in a space I've never been to that also kind of made me nervous.
The Lincoln Center space?
Or Lincoln Center,
The Lincoln Center. I actually walked into, like, the opera. I've never seen a show at the Lincoln Center.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen one
so-
either, but, like, that's where Tatiana is. So that's where we had dinner that one night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been to an opera there.
So I walked into the opera house.
Before
and
Paul.
They were all
BP.
like, oh, actually, Ragtime's around the corner.
Wow.
I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you had to enter through the back of the theater, basically.
But it was a big space, so I was also a little nervous because we see shows here at the Civic, and you're in these spaces where you're like, are they going to lose the gravitas? And not these people. Like, they commanded this space. And Ragtime is historically not about the set, it's all about
the people.
Yeah, it's done a lot of times in concert version, which is like they just stand up and sing it. But this had a little bit more like choreography and it was so powerful. I got back to the hotel and I had to get my laptop out and like go up to a space in the hotel away because I had to wind down. It took me hours.
Yeah.
To
Well,
wind
and it's
down
probably going to win the Tony for Best Revival.
I hope it does, and I hope that they all
Because
win.
Chess won't.
Well, it didn't even get nominated. I'll talk about that offline because I have some conspiracy stuff I was reading about. Like it's closing
Because she didn't get...
Because Lea Michele's leaving and
Michelle's leaving and
they
it
got
did get
snubbed.
nominated.
Yeah.
Right. Even though they had already booked JoJo Levesque.
Yeah.
And
It's very
she won't be able to
it's
do
like
it.
blah blah blah.
They canceled it.
She's like, get out, leave.
The
Too little, too late.
everybody in Ragtime was fantastic, and then
Those are the only two songs
because I was like, "Hey Joe, do you want to go?" He's like, "No, thank you."
Absolutely
I'm
not.
I'm going. Like,
I have a one show a day.
and it was an 8 o'clock show, and it's a 3 hour long.
He did two. I was like, you got a twofer.
No, we
I
try
did
to
too.
pack as many shows in as we
Mama,
can.
the stamina is too much.
And then
I do not have it.
I ended up staying. I have a friend. Oh, we own Natalie. She's a friend of the podcast. She's become, like a co-producer of shows.
She is like
she's everywhere.
She's trying to put her hand in everything.
Amazing choices.
She's making good
just
choices.
in time.
Yeah.
And that was the other one I would have loved
And
to have seen.
she was chess
And chess, she's got her hand in chess, and then she has her hand in
Mariska
Brilliant Thing.
Hargitay.
And inside of Mariska.
I believe we call it fisting.
So
Or puppeteering.
I texted her
Is that
a
what you do it in the front?
couple months ago, and I'm like, "Hey, we're going to New York. I see that Mariska's doing the show that you are involved in. Could you help me get a ticket?" She's like, "It's opening night. Let me see what I can do for you." About a week and a half later, she's like, "Random. There's a seat available. Would you like it?" I'm like, "Sure." And she's able to get it at cost, so there's not like the
Exorbitant.
It was
fees.
still expensive, but it wasn't
Right.
like.
But it's opening night.
Yeah. And I actually would have. I don't know if you guys know about I didn't know a lot about it. It's a no intermission 90-minute show, 85-minute show. And my girl that I've watched SVU for 27 years.
But this is the same one that Daniel Radcliffe has been doing. Okay.
And I actually, after seeing her, and I was telling Joe, Mariska's not carrying this. She's so lovely
How do you
and
know
wonderful.
that? She could be.
I hope she is. I love you. You're fantastic. I would have also loved to have seen Daniel Radcliffe do it for the same reason of Oh Mary. To see these characters.
That's the one where they
take on.
interview the audience. A bit.
The audience, they have to do prep, and there's 4 stage managers. And I think that's also why I love this show. It's very technical. So there's 4 stage managers sort of watching and making sure that everybody that was assigned a role as they're walking in, unknowing that they're going to be a part of the show, is willing to do it and kind of be hey, make sure you know that we're going to be on you. Speaking of technical, we're going to be on you. And so I got to see opening night with Mariska Hargitay. Some fun folks showed up Leslie Odom Jr. and his girlfriend, Peter, I can't remember his last name, her husband, and their kids were right behind me. And just a lovely, watching her be there. I don't know if you guys have people, actors you've followed forever, and to see them, 15 feet away from you and doing their thing.
I imagine for him, if you saw
So
Jim
hard.
Parsons, because you've watched his TV show.
Big Bang Theory over and over and over again.
And you know what I loved about Titanic is that they changed some of the stuff for the characters. He had a Big Bang joke in the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so and depending on some of the people in the show, they wrote some of the jokes for the moment for the character. And I really loved that. I'm I wonder what else they would do. But so seeing Mariska was everything. And then I finally came home today. So I still could have seen Two Strangers.
So much.
I would have loved to seen the Jellicle Ball because I hate cats.
Oh my God, I would have loved to have
I
seen.
hate cats so much.
But I would have loved to have seen the Jellicle Ball.
And it's on Broadway now, and it's I would have loved to have seen it.
I would have seen Death of a Salesman.
I would have seen and that's a long show. But our
The
girl,
only thing is the cost adds up.
and
very
Nathan
quickly.
Lane in it.
The price on those tickets are exorbitant.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are very
You have to
large.
budget $5,000.
and so pro tip though for those that are going to New York, if you love my favorite bar, Marie's Crisis, don't go on a Friday because the bar is packed with straight men supporting their girlfriends who love musical theater, who just are there to take up space and talk to each other.
Just don't go.
But go on a Tuesday, because then maybe you'll run into Bach,
Ethan Slater,
and his friend Jason
something, 3 names.
Jason,
Sarah
and
Michelle
we're just all
Gellar.
casually hanging out, singing show tunes, and there's nobody in the bar on a Tuesday.
But Ariana was not there, y'all.
Ariana was not there.
It wasn't.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
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 And the people would do that fun like they walk by. People would show up and they'd be like walking to the bar and they like do the double take.
Well, my favorite is like when you're in Marie's crisis and then like
because you guys have been there, right?
Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah.
And then like you see somebody walking by on the street and they look down and see what's going on in there, and I love that.
Yeah.
So
what's happening?
And because you were at Marie's crisis, there's a great little Italian restaurant 2 doors down from there that is super famous.
What's it called?
What's it called?
Carrata? Mia Carrata?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, but somebody was having a birthday. I forget if it was one of the Hadids or Andrew Rannells or something like that. But Taylor Swift was there, and they were at the table that we sat at when we had dinner there. So basically, 1 degree of separation. I'm friends with Taylor Swift.
Naturally. Yeah. I want to know, like, does she ever? Because she lives in the West Village, I think, right, or somewhere Tribeca area. It's all pretty close, and. Do people go to Marie's? It's the best bar in New York City.
It really is.
In my opinion.
Yes, it really is. It's a lot of fun.
And it is not a big city bar. You feel like a local.
You do. Yeah, until like
We'll share our Marie's Crisis London edition when we do ours, because it was very much the same thing though. Like it was super fun and everybody was so nice.
Well, and I think that, sometimes, unfortunately, Joe's only gone when it's, like, really crowded. We waited in the line for an hour, and maybe...
Oh, I don't wait in line.
Yeah. We waited in line to get in, and then it's just, like, the deep cuts of songs.
2 times, never again. I don't need to care about the one time that Stephen Sondheim wrote an underground musical that no one heard, but you have the score, and you know every word.
And you have the original cast album of that in vinyl.
I don't give a fuck.
I will say, and the last thing I'll say is, this is why I think that AI can go burn, and like people in community is where it's at. Is because I was like to the friends chat group, I'm like, who is this person? It's driving me crazy. I can't figure it out. I think we all try to put it through our own like filters and like, hey, internet, AI, help us figure this out. And it wasn't until I put it on Facebook. Joe makes fun of me because he's always like, hey, Hive, like,
yeah.
But hey.
Like, hey fam,
it did work though.
A food restaurant recommendation.
And you know what? It worked. Somebody was like, "Oh, I know who that is. It's Jason blah blah blah."
Michael Snow.
Yeah,
and then you were able to like look it up.
And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's him! That's who it was." And that was the best.
And did you
part.
ever because you were interacting with them?
They were sitting next to me.
Did you say, "Jason Michael Snow, I love you"?
But I did say as I was leaving, I was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I knew your first name was Jason this whole night, and I just couldn't figure out." Because I was trying to be respectful. I wanted you guys to have a nice time tonight. But I asked my friends, and I sent this picture of you that I took, and he was like, "You couldn't just ask me." I'm like, well, "Okay, but that wasn't fun."
But then you were like, "Well, can I get a picture now with you guys?"
I didn't ask for a picture.
Were they cool?
They were so nice. There was a couple other people that eventually got comfortable to go and like
talk to them.
Go talk to Ethan. What's his name?
Ethan Slater.
And he was very, very nice and respectful to the folks.
Did they ask him why he left his wife for Ariana Grande?
I was too far away from the other side. Just singing my show too and loving live. Oh boy!
Oh my gosh, that was a whirlwind.
Yeah, we did it.
Get Nick on Broadway. He'll talk your ear off.
Oh, I will.
We'll have another follow-up episode on the Broadway deep dive.
Yes.
And your guys' trip to the
coming
world.
soon to a Two Gays near you. Next time on Two Gays.
Well, you guys had your whirlwind, and then we'll have ours coming up in the next episode.
But in the meantime, Paul leaves us for 2 weeks.
Oh I do.
Bro, stop it.
To Phoenix and Atlanta, both hot. Atlanta is wet and hot, and I'm like,
all the places so our London trip was cold, but fine, but all the places he's been since have been like 100+ degrees. So.
Ew.
Exactly.
That's a hate crime.
It's getting hot in here.
All right, everyone. Have a great week. Hey.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.